Writer hands me a promo. I'm looking it over real fast. And I go, is this the money promo? Like, he goes, yep. And then he turned his back and I went, I know what I want. I've been cutting this for my whole life. Making that decision to go with what you feel in the moment over what you're being told can make the difference between it being great business or being the end of the road for you too. And then sometimes you see a lot of wrestling fans or even wrestlers are preaching like they want this creative freedom. And you want some, but you do need some structure and you do need someone to tell me your ideas are bad. Because we've seen a lot of people who seem to have, quote, creative freedom doing some abysmal, awful, and nobody's telling them it's bad, except for everybody maybe on the internet, right? But at the same time, you need somebody to be able to tell you no.
Everybody needs to be directed, right?
Yes. And then, but you also need that ability to know when to say no, and because you believe in something so much and take the shot, and when not to. And that's a hard discrepancy. It's like, say you firmly believe in something in this manner, this action, and how you're going to sell this angle, and the boss, who is in charge of everything, has a completely different vision, but you know you're right. And you have some carte blanche, but you don't have enough, like, making that decision to go with what you feel in the moment over what you're being told can make the difference between it being great business or being the end of the road for you too. So it's not an easy decision.
Calculated risks.
I have one for an example.
Please.
Okay. I'm feuding with my legendary hero, Kurt Angle in TNA. We're in a world championship feud. And get to TV, and writer hands me a promo. And I got him looking it over real fast. And I go, is this the money promo? Like, this is the last time we're going to be like face to face and confront. And he goes, yep. Okay, cool. And then he turned his back and I went, because I've cut this promo for 7 years in my head. Okay. Like, I know what I want. I've been cutting this for my whole life.
You've been waiting for this.
Yeah. And it's like not to be any sort of, Kurt was very by like, he's a robot where absorbed, will deliver, where I'm more of like outlandish, intuitive, free thinker.
Artist.
To some extent, debatable. But then the promo happened and I cut in. It's kind of this, like, I did this parlay to name drops from his past without saying their names and just like this stuff. And it was really good. My one thing is that I was so verbatim in my head, I think I lost something in delivering it.
Mm-hmm.
But I could have just read the promo. I'm EC3 and I'm rich and I'm better than you and I'm going to win because I'm destined for greatness, you know, whatever what they might have said. And they were very open to collaborating, which was cool. But I totally did none of it. And the next TV, I'm doing a title match with Kurt Angle. And so I'm either going over or I'm doing the favor. And it's like, I believed in what I was going to, and I went and did my thing. And the guy, and I came back, they went, huh, okay. And I went, okay. Then you're going over. Okay. Like, that didn't seal the deal, but it also didn't strip it from me. So they had belief in me and it delivered enough where it was true and real. So maybe they appreciated it. I don't know.
The TNA run, was that as it was happening? Were you consciously going, this is what I've been waiting for. This is it. This is how I want to be presented.
It was weird because like it comes when you don't expect it. It will come for any prospective wrestler when you least expect it, and it won't come in the ways you'd imagine. But it was definitely from the initial phone call with Creative and John Gaborik at the time. We're thinking of want to bring you in. You're gonna be the rich nephew of Dixie Carter. And I went, got it. I got it.
Hell of a gimmick, right?
Yes. And like everyone too was against, not everyone, but people at high levels were against it. I thought it'd be low act at best. It's not going to work. It won't. But
And
like
you're an unproven act at that point, correct?
touche, which helped benefit it in a sense. But when I knew that, like, I'm like, this at least has freedom to fail. So I don't need to walk on the eggshells or like, I don't need to have my debut match and go to the back. Was my footwork okay? Did I connect on that punch properly? Like, I knew, like, I had that ease a little bit that there's going to be some freedom to not fail, but I don't have to scrutinize. It doesn't matter. And I can focus on what I think does.
How hard was it because you are in that situation where, like you said, you have the freedom to fail, but you're presented in a way that is you don't have to second guess yourself, right? You're meant to be. They're saying you're the guy. We're we're making you the guy. The people may not know you yet, but they will because we're going to put everything behind this, and we have faith that you're going to execute it uh, to perfection. So, or near perfection, whatever the case may be. How hard was it to go from that
I think
back to the
I,
WWE
I
kind of
didn't I
mentality?
didn't necessarily look at it like I was going to have carte blanche and I wasn't going to disrespect the opportunity or the faith. And what I realized too is that if I'm, as we've seen, if you're coming in with a push, people aren't going to like you, right? No matter what. And it's just based on you're taking possibly a position that they should have or want to have, but they don't. If you're coming in with that push, the biggest focus on me is like I don't have to worry about an office pulling a plug quick,
Mm.
but I have to live up to the expectations of these veterans on the roster who have sacrificed and built. And even if I'm going over, I'm a heel, so I'm going to do everything I can to protect a baby face or an established talent. And so like I will bump so hard for you. I will snap. I will get my ass whipped because I know at the end of the match, well, what's your finish? A roll up with the
Feet on
trunks.
the ropes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, okay, like I don't need to hit. Like I don't need to do moves. Like so, my big focus was on. Oh, I'm going to work with Mr. Anderson, or Sting, or bullyray, like getting Kazarian Daniels on the come up. Like I'm going to be a bump dummy for their best, and whatever they say, I'm gonna go along with it. And I'll put my little twists in, but like I have to earn their respect, or this will not work.
Do you remember how that came about? Were you pitching yourself? Like, how did you get that faith? I mean, I assume you had to put in some footworks.
I like because had I was known a little bit from the NXT thing, where it was like, there's something to this guy, there's potential, and they needed somebody to build fresh that is kind of an unknown. So that was a perfect harmony there. But it wasn't like a politically like calculated manipulation. Like I
Okay.
took everything I got and did it the absolute best I could at the behest of the talent I'm working with and what the company had in mind. But I never felt it was I was destined or entitled. Like even going into feuding with Kurt, dude, wrestlers are obsessively knowing what's going to happen in advance. Where I try to tell them, I can tell you what I think, but it's not going to happen. So there's no point in telling you. And I think I never once, "Hey, what are we doing with this match?
Ah.
What are we? I never asked. Like, I showed up, didn't know anything the day of, and yeah, cool. No sell it, fucking only. But I never like wanted to impede or imply I was worth anything other than reciprocation of the effort I'm going to give you.
And that went a long way, I'm assuming, with those guys, the not old timers, but the vets.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Especially like when it came to the meaty feuds. Like Bully Ray's a locker room veteran leader, and
yeah.
he's him. He's very much himself. And we're doing a Texas death match. And I'm like, I'm gonna die. So like, what's the finish? Well, Rockstar's supposed to go do this, and like you're gonna get screwed, and like your feet are tied or something dumb. Like, but like, it's not even one of those things where you go up to the guy and go, "Well, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm ready to die, and I know what you do. So I was thinking maybe you can give me this, and maybe you can choke me with that. Maybe you can throw me through this table, and then you know you can put me through." And I'm just like, he's like, "Okay, yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, all right, I like that. You mind if I hit you with that?" No, I hope you weren't. See you out there, buddy.
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh God. But then you do have to earn those stripes. And I would put somebody coming up, if I'm in that position, through the same.
Hey, you jabronis. Hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to click subscribe to the YouTube channel and podcast. This has been LiMPiNAiNTEASY. It's wrestling, as real as it gets.